Of the Camelback we got in Scottsdale here. They had the high ground. They were trying to take this mountain. They threw 3 divisions at it. And I remember they even had the Keystone Division from Pennsylvania. I got assigned to the 5th Rangers to go with the Rangers. We're going to go up the back door, around the other side. We got up about halfway around the mountain, and we got a call. And we had wireless. We were using wireless. And they want to know if anybody can direct artillery fire at the Germans up there. And I volunteered with, he was a first lieutenant. We got to go around the other side of the mountain because they're coming up this way. We got around the other side of the mountain. I knew my way around. I did a little climbing years ago, and I looked for some shelter underneath, where we could get in a little bit and yet see what we were supposed to do. We got them, and we started the records. They didn't have anything that could hit the top of the goddamn mountain. That's where they were. They decided to bring in planes. But the 2 sides were no more than 100 yards apart. They had the high ground up there. They were going to lay smoke so they wouldn't hit the American lines, and they'd go against the German lines of smoke. That's all right. They thought they had the right idea and everything. They brought the planes in. The wind shifted and blew the first goddamn smoke bomb back towards the American lines, and I saw them. They fired on they dropped the bombs, and they dropped on the American lines. And I remember his name, Whitey McNair. He was a 3-star general. He was the highest ranking general that got hit in World War II over there. And we just come off of the beach over there. I was with this first lieutenant. His name was Raven. He said, a guy could get killed over here. I think I'll go home. And I started to laugh at him. I said, you couldn't get out of here if you're a general unless they take you out in a box. Don't this guy know something? He's gone 2 weeks later. He's sent back to Washington. Who the hell ever he knew? He must have known the president or somebody to get out of there.
Yeah.
But anyway, we kept on going. The next thing we ran into, they had, I'm trying to think what they called it. Well, these were woods anyway. We were in the woods, coming out of the woods. The Germans had artillery rifles, but they lowered the muzzles on the things, and they were shooting them like rifles into the woods. They didn't care. They were indiscriminately. Okay. I was up in the front there trying to get a line on where the hell the fire was coming from so we could answer the artillery call on some planes. And I'm there, and it was too tough. And they're all alone. All of a sudden, there's somebody behind me. What the hell is this? And there's a guy behind me. And he's wearing a uniform, and he's got a helmet on, but he ain't got any markings on him. And I looked at him. I said, what are you doing? Who are you? What are you doing up here? He says, I'm a war correspondent. And I looked at him. I said, you're a war correspondent? I said, yeah, and you haven't got nothing up here and you're all alone? I said, and I'm all alone up here. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you an order, kid. Get out of here and go back to the lines, because I don't know if I'll make it back to the lines, but I'm trying to figure out where to send the firing in there. Who is it? It was Ernie Pile. You ever hear of Ernie Pile? Yeah. Remember they made a movie? Yeah. He got killed in Iwo Jima later on.
Yeah. So he would just report on the war, and he would come and...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But eventually, we banged him out of there. Mm-hmm. The next place we went into was Le Mans, France. We were going, and that's the first city that we went into in France. Germans are going out one end of the town, and we're coming in the other end of the town.
They're actually leaving as you guys are coming in now.
Yeah.
So they're feeling the pressure.
The pressure, yeah. And the French troops are already in business. They're turning the signs around on the pubs, welcome Americans.
Yeah, I heard that they were all friendly to the Germans, but then they would turn around and be friendly.
They were in business. They were working both sides of it. But I go into this joint anyway. What do they got to drink? Calvados. They're making it out of rotten apples. But there's nothing else to drink.
What is it?
Calvados, they call it.
Okay.
Yeah, they make it out of apples over there. The French
liquor?
do. Yeah, it's liquor, yeah. And, you can make liquor out of raisins or apples, and it comes out 100 proof.
Okay.
And if it's good stuff, it's really good stuff. Because 100 proof, if it comes out 100 proof, you can split it, and still it's a good drink.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm nursing a drink, and I see a guy in a Free French uniform. He's got a beak nose and he's got a bald head. And I'm saying to myself, I'm sitting there talking to myself, I know this guy. And I said, you're punchy. You're on the goddamn line a couple of months over here. And I said, you're getting soft. How would you know a guy in a Free French uniform? And I kept on, and I kept on. And I knew this guy. And then it come to me. I walk over to the guy and I tapped him on the shoulder. Comment ça va? Vous avez Marcel Theo? How you know my name, he says. I said, I saw you win the middleweight title of the world in Madison Square Garden in 1935. Mon ami, he grabs me by the ears and he's kissing me in both cheeks. And Jesus, I recognized him. And this was a good 6 years later. Okay. Yeah.
And his name again was?
Yeah, he was in a Free French uniform. He went underground.
And what was his name?
Marcel Theo.
Okay.
Marcelthil. Okay. Marcel Theo. Well, I could speak pretty good French, and I could speak German too. Okay. I could speak a few languages, and that's how I got along in there. And that's how we left and we went into France. And we started to go from